And now, to honor America, performing our national anthem, representing the United States Air Force, Staff Sergeant Acacia Washington.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprinkling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave. O'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Your officials for today's contest. Huntsville, Alabama, the unbeaten.
Good evening, and we welcome you back to Made for More Fitness Center. This is Bobby Mendez, joined with Ryan Johnson, the owner of the Alamo City Aztecs, and the host for today's championship game between the Huntsville Force and the Quad City Flames. Ryan, before we get into yesterday's ball game, talk about what it means to host the championship weekend here in San Antonio.
Thanks for having me, Bobby. It's a great opportunity. We're glad that the Alamo City was able to host a great event like this today for the league. 23 different markets in the MLBA, and so it's an honor and a privilege to get to be the host city for the final games.
Well, unfortunately, it was a heartbreaker yesterday against the Quad City Flames. It was a 3-point win by the Flames.
Yes.
The Alamo City Aztecs fought hard and fought long the entire game. It just went down to the final moments of the game. But talk a little bit about yesterday's ball game.
Well, I don't think we could have asked for a more competitive game for a semifinal matchup like that. It was definitely a game we'll remember and we'll take with us into the off season. So it was a heartbreaker for us, but we will. Our heads are high, knowing that we gave it everything we had.
Well, today the Quad City Flames, they advance to face off against the Huntsville Force. And the Huntsville Force, an undefeated team throughout the season. And from your perspective, you got an opportunity to play against the Quad City Flames yesterday. How do you feel that they're going to match up against this Huntsville Force basketball team?
I think it'll be a good matchup. I think they're two different styles, so I think that'll be interesting in itself. I know the bigs. I can attest to going against the bigs for Quad City yesterday. They are close to as an immovable force as you can get, so that'll be interesting to see how the post play
I assume you're talking
today.
about big Patrick Lewis, number 15.
I am. Yes, he is a wall.
So it's going to be interesting. We're going to borrow Ryan for as long as we can here for this basketball game, and he'll join us on some color commentary as we're getting ready to tip off here from the Made for More Fitness Center in Port San Antonio, former Kelly Air Force Base. So Should be exciting here.
It'll be a good matchup, definitely. You got the best from the East and the best from the West for 2019 about to tip off here. Huntsville, Alabama represented, and Spanaway, Washington represented. It'll be a good game.
All right, here we go. Getting ready is to tip off. Well, let's see here. We have different jerseys from yesterday. I believe that's Corey Thielke. Yep, that is. And the tip-off goes to Ayers. Ayers goes in for a layup, misses that one, kicks it out. Shot by Chase Sturdivant, misses. There comes the rebound. Patrick Lewis now gets it up over to Jamal Miller. Miller at the top of the key, goes over to the right side. Newton, player of the game yesterday, starts off with a three-pointer behind the arc.
This is the second season for the MLBA, and it's a great platform for players looking to get on in other leagues internationally. It's a great platform that's being built, run by committees that have different owners. It's owner-driven, so rather than it kind of being one or two decision makers within the league, which honestly is something that's kind of gone on in minor league basketball, the MLBA has different committees that enforce rules, that come up with the rules, and that make the major decisions for the MLBA, which is going to help direct it, I think, to being a great platform for minor league basketball in the States.
You mentioned that for players, but also for coaches, Ryan. You had a coach yourself that that moved on as well.
Big shout out to Brashad Williams in Guangzhou, China. He used this platform, and for our team, we tell everybody involved, use this platform to benefit yourself. And so he had the opportunity to go to China, where he's a pro, and he's a pro skills developer now. He works for Hoop Battle, is the parent company, and they own 5 pro teams in China. And he's living it up over there and living the dream.
As Patrick Lewis does a nice little layup, but yes, get to keep up with Coach Shad there on social media, and he moving around China just well.
He is, yes. He's made some great connections, and his career is really about to blossom. Definitely, absolutely.
We'll certainly look forward to seeing more of that. But that just talks a little bit about what this league is about. It's about giving the athletes another chance or another opportunity, I should say, as well as even the coaching staff.
It is. As we grow, right, it's year 2, so things take time to grow. But we're really happy with where the league has gone and what it's accomplished in these 2 years. We've had an all-star game every year, right? The finals last year were held in Vancouver, Canada. Obviously, they're here this year. The all-star game last year in 2018 was in Oklahoma City. This season, I should say, in 2019, it was in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So the league moves its events like those to different cities, which I think shows that we're going to have longevity, and we have quality product to put out there that we can move to different markets and not just depend on one city or one team essentially to carry the league.
Plenty of teams. We had yesterday the commissioner and the owner, Brandon Collins, on. He talked about the progression of the league, starting off with 13 teams, now this season 23 teams. So certainly a lot of promise for this MLBA basketball league.
Absolutely. We're looking at establishing our footprint into Mexico and building connections. So as a league at this level, it's important that you provide opportunity for players, because we do play in the summer months, late spring and summer. It's important that we provide opportunity for our American players here to get overseas to receive that exposure so they can play during those typical basketball months of October through the spring elsewhere.
Well, certainly a bright future for the MLBA. Back at action here. The Flames on top of the Force, 7-2. Terrence Ayers with the basketball goes up top. Driving in, kicking out, long three-pointer. That rattles out. Over to the left side. Another three-point attempt. That hits the back of the rim. And finally, it is into the lane. No basket.
Huntsville foul number 2, Dallas Jones. That's his second.
Dallas Jones. He gets called for the foul. Jamal Miller back over to Newton. Lewis can't finish there. Thielke pops it away, but the Force will keep up with it. Here come the Flames. Newton going one-on-one. Left, drops it to Thielke. Thielke, oh, in and out, but right there is Newton. He can't put it back in. Here come the Force. Ball last touched by the Flames.
For either team today, this will be a first championship for them in the MLBA.
Ooh, nice block.
Be a big win for both.
Again, coming into this game, the Huntsville Force undefeated. Fast break the other way, and that is good for Terrence Ayers. He's got a long pass. Jamal Miller, he'll draw a foul. Jamal Miller, a key player in yesterday's basketball game. He started out pretty hot. He nailed a few three-pointers to get the game going for the Flames. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the first quarter. And we welcome you back to play here. We're at the Made for More Fitness Center. Ryan Johnson, I'm Bobby Mendez. Carl Schoening producing this broadcast today, so we thank him from SHN Sports. Thielke from the corner.
Great shot.
He'll nail that three. Talking to Coach Doc Stansel before the game. Says his team's well rested as a three-pointer drained on the other side. I believe that was Dallas Jones. Nope, check that. That was Will Johnson III. But they certainly took you guys to the limit yesterday.
They did.
Ryan, so
yes,
here they
did.
are again. It was either you or them that were going to have to come out and play this game.
That's true. It's always tough to play the back end of a double, a back-to-back set of games, back-to-back games. But if you're a player trying to make it in the professional basketball world, that's the nature of the beast. So
it's the price you've got to pay.
Absolutely. Loose ball foul. Foul on the Quad City Flames.
Jamal Miller, he'll get called for that foul.
Huntsville is in its second straight MLBA Championship Series. They qualified last year and were in Vancouver. Didn't come away with it. Vancouver did, but they're looking to make the best of it today.
What a tale of two opposites for championships last year, and probably the nice, cool Vancouver breeze as Kwame Bates nails a three, and this year down in South Texas in the heat.
quite different. Quite different.
Were you up in the
No.
for the championship
We
game?
weren't. We were about we were 1.2 seconds away. We lost in the championship game of the conference finals to the Oklahoma Outlaws. They hit a floater, that free throw line that I'll never forget. I don't think any of us involved will. So they made it up there. So for us, it's about getting better every year. Any organization it is. So the first season we were 5-7, and that was honestly a big disappointment for us. We thought we were going to do a lot better, but last year we kicked it in gear, went 6-1 in the regular season. We're one game away from qualifying. This year we qualified. Basket by Huntsville brings it to 17-11. Quad City is up by 6 with 5:26 to go in the first quarter. But this year was another year of growth for the Aztecs, and so that's why I mentioned we hold our head high because we're one game closer to the finals.
Nice.
Basket by Quad City.
Nice floater there by Thurston. Well, certainly a positive year for the Aztecs. Now nothing but off season
Yes.
and workouts here.
Plenty of time to improve and to get back to the drawing board for us.
Here comes Newton into the lane, scoops it in with the left hand.
21-11, Quad City up 10.
The Flames with a nice 10-point lead.
Chris Burge is about to enter the game for Huntsville. He's heading to the score table to check in with Will Causey from the Quad City Flame. Will Causey is 46 years old.
Wait, how old is he?
Yes.
46?
He's a 20-year veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces. Chris Burge from Huntsville is the co-owner, nicknamed Mr. MLBA after winning a series of the skills competitions at the MLB All-Star Game this past year in Lake Charles. We like to give him a hard time about that.
Well, we're going to keep it right here with that, and we're going to talk a little bit about Will Causey's 20-year experience here. I saw him play yesterday, and I wouldn't have thought that he was 46 years old.
I don't think anybody does. No. He leaned over. I was on the bench yesterday, and he leaned over during a timeout and said, "I'm getting too old for this." And somebody on our team said, "Well, how old are you?" "I'm 46, man."
One of the great things about the league, about giving people opportunities, if you're 46 and you still have the drive.
He's got the drive. He's got the ability. I think that's what was so mind-blowing at 46, his ability. He was in the All-Star game last year in Oklahoma, a double-digit scorer. So that was he's definitely got the skill set to be out here.
Well, that's certainly impressive.
A fun fact of the day. The more you know.
Well, that certainly gives me hope. Maybe there's a chance I can get from behind this, maybe back on the court.
I hear the Aztecs have tryouts soon.
All right. At the free throw line is Corey Tilkey, 6'3" guard out of Bakersfield, California. First free throw, no good. Still at 21-10. Mentioned Christopher Burge coming into the ball game.
Yes.
You said he's a co-owner?
He is with Terrence Ayers. They both co-own the Huntsville Force.
Second free throw is good for Tilkey.
They do a good job of putting a skilled group together every year. Obviously, it's their second straight appearance in the finals for the MLBA.
Into the lane, little traffic, little congestion, but ball goes out of bounds. We'll keep with the force.
Will Causey checks into the game for Quad City Flames, number 5.
Nice little fadeaway jumper there by Chase Sturdivant. Thurston, he'll try a long three. No good. Rebound Burge. Sturdivant.
Turnover, Quad City brings it up.
Here comes a fast break. And a nice layup will go for Kwame Bates.
For Quad City.
Burge will slow it down for the Force. Drives in. Right-handed layup doesn't go. Here comes Thurston. Another fast break. And Causey can't get it to go, but Stefan Hargrove is there to clean it up.
Causey's going to pick up his man at half court. 13-point game with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Layup, no good, but there's a whistle blown, and that's going to be a foul.
I would expect Huntsville to make a run here sometime around halftime, right before the half. They're known for getting in the hole a little bit early, but they obviously dig themselves out, being undefeated on the season.
Chase Sturdivant to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Second free throw is good.
Oh, great pass up court. Back to the corner.
Bates trying to go into the lane, and he gets called for a charge.
Number 32, Kwame Bates. That's his first. Fourth team foul.
Good job there by Dion Mathis to stand his ground and stay there to take the charge.
Force ball.
DeMarcus Wade into the game for Huntsville.
Top of the key, Will Johnson III goes over to the right side. Three-pointer is good for Taboris Vincent. Jamal tried a three, goes left, and there it is for Willie Causey. Three-pointer from the corner. Jamal Miller was going to try that shot, had to make a in-the-air adjustment, and got it over to Causey. Traveling violation is going to be called against the Force. Quad City Flames basketball. Thurston with the basketball, top of the key, finds a little room on the left side, dishes it out to Causey. Causey up to Bates, back underneath to Hargrove. Hargrove to Thurston. Thurston drives in to Hargrove, loses it. Causey there to pick it up, but short on that shot.
Vincent brings it up. Going to attack the basket, kicks it back out. He'll take the three.
Force moving the ball around pretty well.
The Flamer are doing a great job of getting the ball up the court quickly on the fast break off of the rebound. I think that's a big key, is getting that rebound and kicking it up the court quickly.
Jamal Miller missed a three-point attempt there, but the Flame get the rebound, and this time Miller will nail the three-pointer on the second try.
32-18, Quad City in charge.
Nice drive into the lane for DeMarcus Wade.
Flames foul, number 1.
So the Quad City Flames coming out of the far northwest over in the Washington State area.
It's my neck of the woods.
The Huntsville Force out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Quad City's from Spanaway. They're about 45 minutes south of Seattle, right outside of Joint Base Fort Lewis McChord. So I know Doc Stansel, the owner and coach for Quad City. He served time over there and retired out there, and so that's how their team got established, the Quad City Flames.
Hargrove out to Miller. Miller at the corner. He's guarded by Wade, and he'll shoot it. Flame will keep possession as Miller misses another three-point attempt. Underneath, layup is good for Christopher Burge. Talking to Coach Doc Stansel, as you mentioned just a moment, says that before this game, he felt very comfortable, very confident. His team was well rested, and nothing to celebrate yesterday as the prize is today.
I know they arrived in town Thursday, so they've had a couple days to get acclimated to the time change.
I did ask him about that. I asked him about getting here, and he did talk about this is a business trip and no time for fun. He said there'll be plenty of time for that after today. So
plenty of time to celebrate in the off season.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with this championship game. MLBA championship game between the Quad City Flames and the Huntsville Force. Carl Schorning producing our game today. Ryan Johnson, color analyst for a moment. I'm Bobby Mendez. Also want to say a big thank you to Joey and Eric, that big part of the Aztec organization. Today they're handling the camera duties, and they handle those duties all season long.
They do. They're an invaluable asset to our organization and to this weekend, to the operations. Eric and Joey Tanguma have been with us since 2016. Courtney Busby is working the scorebook today. Peter Murray is working the music in the venue, and Mark Thomas is the voice of the Aztecs, and for this weekend, the voice of the MLBA is the PA announcer. We're very appreciative to have them all as part of the operations staff here, as well as you.
Thanks.
You and Carl. Glad to have you both here today, you and Carl.
Glad to be here, especially for this championship game as well. Over to the left side. Nice little jumper. Doesn't go for Taylor Moore. Here to start the second quarter. Nice, comfortable lead for the Flames.
I think as Huntsville makes its push to get back in this game, I think we're going to see Chris Burge as one of those scoring options. I think we'll also probably see, if I had to make a prediction, Kendall Jennings also coming into a bigger role here in the second half.
Thurston thought about that. Right side, into the lane. Will Causey. He'll go and he'll draw a foul. He'll get a trip to the free throw line.
For those watching, if you keep an eye on Will Causey, not just scoring, obviously he hit that three-pointer in the corner a little bit earlier, but getting his hand on the ball, that's a big deal for a team when you're trying to stay active on the offensive end. Those second chance opportunities often don't always come from a rebound, but tip outs. It's not a statistic that anybody keeps, but it's a part of the game that matters a big deal, as he hits the first of two free throws.
And you don't have longevity in any league if you're not doing those things without the basketball.
Absolutely. Also watch Quad City. They move really well without the ball, especially on the perimeter. Create space for the ball handler. as Huntsville comes up off the rebound, brings it up. Down into the post. Great passing.
Nice movement, ball movement.
Huntsville will head to the line. Shoot
Dwayne Morris.
Quad City foul number 13.
15-point game. Quad City up 37-22 with 9:59 to go in the second quarter.
So Morris will get to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Huntsville Force, they come in, Ryan, and they don't have a coach. I mean, I guess they rely on their two men, Chris Burge and their other owner.
They do the more or less they're player coached, player owner coached by Chris Burge and Terrence. So a lot of trust is built on their team to rely on them to serve various roles.
That says a lot because you don't make it this far without having a good control of that.
Very true. Very true. That trust in your leadership, depending on them to serve, like I said, those different roles, that says a lot about them and their organization and the players and their team. And it's clearly something that's working for them. They're in their second straight appearance.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go. There you go. Quad City with the basket.
Nice move there by Corey Tilkey, the okey doke up and under, if you will. Got two defenders to jump.
Quad City's doing a great job of pushing that ball, whether it's on a rebound or a steal. If you watch the outside lanes, somebody's always filling them, and it looks like the point guard is always bringing it up the middle, so he's got options there, and they're doing a great job. I think that's a major testament why they're up 17 right now.
41-24 the score, and they're just moving it off of rebounds. That basket is good. The Flames want an out of bounds. As
they
the
might
ball.
be right on that. Yeah, I think they might be. They might have an argument to make. I think so.
Back
Deep
over.
three.
There's a three-point shot there from Thurston. Kyle Thurston from Vancouver, Washington, the 6-foot point guard. There they go again. Here
Quad
come the
City
Flames.
filling the lanes.
And there's a two-handed jam. That doesn't go as Tilkey, he's
Looks like there's an injury on the play.
maybe a little muscle.
He's up and moving, so
He'll be all right.
not too bad. Thurston with another deep three.
Oh, he's feeling it.
He's going to make him pay until they guard him. He's going
He
to make him
is
pay.
feeling it.
All right.
DeMarcus
Huntsville.
Wade trying to get something going for his team, the Force, as they drive into the lane, creates a foul.
The beauty of basketball is it's a game of runs. So 18 points, while it's a great position to be in for Quad City, it's not insurmountable. We came back from a 22-point lead in Houston this year, turned the tables, won by 19. So basketball is definitely a game of runs.
The question of the day yesterday was who would benefit from today's game? Is it the team that didn't have to play yesterday, or is it the team that got the rest, or the team that played has to recover but had the opportunity to continue to play? So, and it looks like as of right now the Quad City Flames are picking up where they left off yesterday.
I think so. It definitely looks like that way. I think it's all about a matter of approach. So whichever position you're in, you're gonna try to make it to your benefit. As Huntsville finishes at the other end.
Layup made by Chase Sturdivant.
15-point ball game.
Jamal Miller drops it down low. And again, Patrick Lewis, he makes his living in the paint, and he's there to put 2 points on the board.
Sturdivant with the elbow jumper. Huntsville's going to have to make a couple more defensive stops if they want to get back into this thing. going tit for tat with Quad City isn't gonna solve the problem.
Jamal Miller took a shot there, and there was a foul on the rebound. Newton, Desjuan Newton.
Desjuan Newton.
6:49 to go here in the second quarter. Start of it from the short corner. Just a little bit short. Quad City with the rebound. They're going to bring it up.
Here comes Tilke. He gets hit from behind as DeMarcus Wade was poking for the basketball. We got a player down over here on the right side for the Huntsville Force.
Huntsville foul, number 45. Marcus Wade. That's his first. Second team foul.
He's up and moving. That's
He'll
good.
be fine. Yep. Dwayne Morris.
Newton is going to inbound the ball here at half court. 6:39 to play here in the second quarter. 49-34. Quad City up 15.
Flames ball.
Tilke, top of the key. Looking to post up Terry Croker. Turns the ball over. Underneath. Missed dunk, but they get the rebound. Little floater, doesn't go
Gets his
for
own rebound.
DeMarcus Wade. Long three-pointer, doesn't go. Jamal Miller with the rebound. Miller will bring it back up. Left side, Tilke. He'll try a three. That one's short. Here comes an opportunity for the Force. 2-on-1. They can't finish there. Here come the Flames over to the right side. Uh-oh, looks like Newton stepped out on the line, out of bounds.
Timeout on the floor.
Timeout is taken. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. MLBA Championship Weekend. And we welcome you back to Made for More Fitness Center here in Port San Antonio. It is the Huntsville Force and the Quad City Flames in this MLBA Championship. Top of the key. Over to the right side is DeMarcus Wade. He'll try a three, and that will go. A big three-pointer for the Huntsville Force. Corey Tilke will come up slowly for the Flames. Newton down low in the post, has a cutter, tries to get it to Tilke, turns the ball over. Here comes the Force. Wade passes, drives into the lane, up, under, no good. And the Flames will get the ball. Tilke, corner shot. He'll drain that one. Nice long 2-point shot by Tilke. Straightaway attempt for Taylor Moore, but he decides to drive it in. And the Force creeping back into this ball game.
12-point game, 4.5 to go here in the second quarter.
Couple more stops for the Force. Three-pointer doesn't go. And here comes, oh, ouch. Both teams diving for the basketball. Terry Croker gets, and a collision with the Chase Sturdivant. Sturdivant trying to get the attention of his Force.
Huntsville will head to the line for 2 in the penalty. They're creeping back into this thing. They did a great job on the rebounds there on the boards last possession.
So Ryan, if you know the Flames, you played against the Flames, you know that the Force has the talent, and is the pace something you want to change for the Force? If you're the Force being down 11 points right now, what's the strategy here for the Force?
I think it's going to be, honestly, on the defensive end. All right, so Quad City has definitely been hot on the offensive end, and they've been good on the fast breaks, pushing the ball up the court. So I think for Huntsville, it's going to be key to get back on defense and to control those defensive boards.
Well, now it's 10 as the free throw was just hit. So
yep, basketball is a game of runs. So get prepared to see Huntsville get back into this thing.
All right, Huntsville needs another stop here. Croker takes it out. Newton gets a nice little screen. But good defensive switch
Errors
by
on
the
Newton.
Force.
It's be an interesting matchup here. Great help side by Jennings. That's a great help side. They called a foul, but that was good on his part to see that coming.
Two subs coming in. Nope. One sub. Checking in is Dallas Jones. Newton with the basketball. Doesn't use his screen to the left. Goes over to the right side. Miller at the corner. Is guarded by Sturdivant. Double team comes. Kicks it out. Newton has a clear look at the three. Rattles out.
There you go.
Here
Huntsville with
comes
the rebound.
Force. Oh, that's a bad pass. Back over now to the Flames. And a defensive pick there by Kendall Jennings. Trips up Jamal Miller. But a foul is called.
Huntsville foul. Number 35. Kendall Jennings. That's his second.
The Force been able to creep back into the ball game. They've trying to get it to under double digits here. Defensively, they've made a couple of stops and then a couple of turnovers. But they're Sturdivant again trying to pump up his Force team. Newton, guarded by Jones. Newton kicks it out. Hargrove. Croker. Hargrove. Tilke. Tilke finds the lane. Off the, nope.
Great
Short.
rebound by Jennings. And to kick it out. He's noticed the players filling the lanes.
Sturdivant tries a three-pointer, and he misses that one big. Still a 10-point lead by the Flames. Here comes Miller. Miller keeping it himself. He'll be short on that one. Here
Jennings
comes Jones.
is coming up big for them on the defensive end for Huntsville.
Jones into the lane, creates some space, and now the lead is cut down to 8. Tilke splits 2 defenders, and he gets fouled either by Jones or by Mathis. We'll see here in just a second.
Huntsville foul number 13, Dion Mathis.
Well, they'll charge it to
15 foul.
Dion Mathis. Tilke will get a chance at 2 free throws.
Sinks the first.
Tilke coming over to the sideline here. Maybe he got a little bit of blood, perhaps. They got to clean that up before he can continue.
Sometimes these breaks in play can be helpful to both to players on both teams to grab a quick breather.
Yeah, and air in this gym right now is not particularly the coolest of gyms. a little bit warm.
Feeling the Texas heat, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely feeling that South Texas heat.
Well, certainly that old school gym atmosphere, I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Looks like we're about to get started back here. Tilke will take his shot at the free throw line. Sinks it.
The lead back up to 10 now for the Flames. Over to the left side. Post play underneath. Nice shot.
Jennings is coming up big this quarter for them. He's his rebounding on the defensive end in a basket like that. It's going to be very helpful to their comeback.
Well, it looks like they got something there. Kendall Jennings down on the low post. Definitely had the height advantage, used all of it, and converted. Jones with the basketball. He'll take it in, makes a move, lays it up, and he is fouled for the and one. Dallas Jones flexing his muscles as he used every bit of that to get into the paint and finish strong.
Huntsville down 6 with 2:08 here before halftime.
That's his first.
A lot of credit to this Huntsville force as they continue to chip away at that lead. Free throws, too strong.
Oh, Huntsville with the offensive rebound. That's big.
Jones gets it back. Jones puts it in. A big swing right here. As Thurston, who was hot early, back into the ball game. Tilke, power stop. No, they're going to call a travel.
Yep.
A turnover, and another opportunity here for the Force.
2-possession game as Huntsville brings it across half court. They should put the 3 up. Ayers went for the rebound, but Newton comes up with it and kicks it back to Tilke.
Nice save by Desjuan and Newton.
Doc is going to call timeout for Quad City.
Oh, yeah, they're going to need to do that. They're going to need to talk about it as the Flames are only leading by 4. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Championship basketball. Ryan Johnson, Bobby Mendez here. It's the Huntsville Force and the Quad City Flames battling it out here for the championship. Thurston thinks about it, pump fakes.
Wow, another one.
And he will drain that three. But he commands that kind of respect. If he pumps up and going to go for three, you got to take it for what it is. Powering his way down low with a big post move.
Huntsville sticking around. They're not going to let Quad City look to extend this lead before halftime.
Croker with the left side.
Controlling the boards on defense. We're going to have a technical foul called on Huntsville right after the rebound.
Dwayne Morris.
He felt he was fouled after the play. He might have a case to make, but the referees didn't want to hear it.
Thurston will shoot that technical free throw there, the technical foul free throw. He misses that one.
It wasn't inside the three-point line, or wasn't outside the three-point line, I guess.
Right? Let's see what's going on here. After that technical, the ball will belong to the Huntsville Force here. Force down by 5. Looking for Jennings down low is Dallas Jones. Jones kicks it out. Underneath, DeMarcus.
And one.
Dwayne Morris with an and one, an opportunity here to cut it down to maybe a basket.
This is a big-time comeback for Huntsville. 44 seconds left here in the first half. 56-53, Quad City up. Morris to the line, shooting one.
Big free throw here for the Force.
Count it. 56-54, Quad City up 2 as they bring the ball up court. Thurston with the ball.
Less than a minute to go, 40 seconds. Thurston, Tilke with the basketball now. Tilke one-on-one with Jennings. Thurston thinks about it, doesn't do it. Over to Tilke. Back up top to Newton. Croker trying to get down low, kicks it out. Tilke thinks about it, sets up, shoots. He gets fouled, and he'll take a trip to the free throw line and take 3 shots.
Huntsville foul number 21. Dwayne Morris, that's his second.
Three shots for Corey Tilke as he was attempting a 3-point shot.
Makes the first one count.
Second free throw is good, extending the lead to 4. One more free throw here for Corey Tilke. Oh, misses that third one.
Huntsville saves it off the rebound.
Quad City had the rebound, went off the leg of Croker. Here comes Thurston. Newton skies in for a layup.
2 seconds left.
And that's it. The lead, 60-54. So that's going to take us into the halftime. We'll take a break. It's the MLBA Championship from Made for More Fitness Center on the SHN Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment. And we welcome you back to the Made for More Fitness Center here in Port San Antonio. We're joined by Ryan Johnson, the owner of the Alamo City Aztecs, also basketball player for the Aztecs, and ambassador for MLBA as he is the host of MLBA Championship Weekend. So, Ryan, again, I know we had a chance to talk earlier in the broadcast, but, again, it's a great thank you for
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So
Yeah,
it's great to
course.
be here.
Well, without you, we're not here either. So,
I don't know about all that.
but we definitely appreciate the fact that you have the great passion that you do for your team and for this league. So here we are in a championship game between the Huntsville Force and the Quad City Flames.
It's been a very exciting game. Huntsville had to come back, crawl back, and claw their way back every way they could to get back into this thing. They were down nearly 20 points, and now they're down only really 2 possessions with.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier that you would not be surprised to see Huntsville back in the ball game after being down so many points.
I think they did a great job of controlling the rebounds there in the latter part of the second quarter and pushing that ball up. They were kind of doing what Quad City had done in the beginning of the game, in which they found success. Is once you get that ball, you got to turn that thing up the court and fill the lanes. Huntsville did a great job of getting a couple and one plays, so that definitely helps getting those 3-point plays.
All right, let's see as the Quad City Flames come out. Corey Tilkey finding some room underneath. Gets to his big man, Patrick Lewis, all alone. Here come the Force. Jennings kicks it out. Reset. 3-point attempt. Dallas Jones with the 3-pointer. Newton. Good defensive kick there by the Force. Miller over to Tilkey. Lewis back over to Tilkey. Ball is short. Last touch by the Flames. Uh-oh. Reverse on that call there.
Flames ball.
Patrick Lewis on the second attempt can't get it. Here comes the Force. Little jumper. That one's short.
Oh,
No
maybe
call
a missed
there.
call there.
Lewis
Up a-
sneaks one in. Patrick Lewis making his living down in the paint. Oh, nice defense by the Flames. Terrence Ayers try to go for that. There for the cleanup. Jennings.
Kendall Jennings from Huntsville.
Oh, loose ball. Huntsville controls it off the board. Sturdivant brings it up. Hits Morris. Swings it over to Ayers. Back to Jones. Thought about it. He's going to bring it out.
Jones creates a little bit of space, poked away by Tilkey. Now Croker has the basketball. Croker over to Tilkey. Tilkey's going to wait for his team. Miller will take a shot. Miller will drain the three. And just like that, that lead will increase for the Flames, 67-59. 8-point ball game.
Oh, they're tussling down low. Foul on Quad City.
Yeah, Patrick Lewis got caught. Little bump.
Quad City foul. Number 15.
Lewis will sit down, take a break.
Patrick Lewis.
Stephen Hargrove will come in and relieve big Patrick Lewis. Traveling violation. Dallas Jones trying to get set. Check that. That was Dwayne Morris. Ball goes out of bounds, and Huntsville will have the basketball.
Sturdivant's going to bring the ball up court. Waiting for the pick, Morris.
There's a pick. There's the roll. Just could not finish on that. Here comes Newton. Ooh. That move there as Newton went left. Two force players collide. Ayers and Sturdivant collide, and Ayers slow to get up, but both players seem to be okay. Hot South Texas heat, lots of sweat. (59-67). It's an 8-point ball game. Close to the end of the second quarter. The Huntsville Force was really making the comeback. And then the Flames picked it up here early in the third quarter, and they have the ball again. Tilke following the screen from Hargrove.
Great pump fake there. Newton splits the defense, puts up a floater, and it goes over Jennings.
He hung in the air for a little bit to let that one go because it was well defended.
I don't think Jennings could have done anything else on that play.
Sturdivant gets the ball, and that ball is kicked out of bounds by Tilke. Sturdivant over to Jones. Tilke gets tangled up, but he gets back up. Sturdivant into the lane, uses the glass, and that will go. Sturdivant wants a call, didn't get it. Here comes Newton. Newton leaves it for Miller. Miller goes across court to Tilke. Tilke down low. That's Croker, excuse me. Hard drive to the lane by Tilke, and that goes in. Here comes the Force. Good move, good defense. Dallas Jones creates the foul. Croker. Nope, that's going to be Newton.
That's his second team foul.
Newton's second foul. That's going to put Dallas Jones to the free throw line.
Eight 8:05 left here in the third quarter, 10-point game. As Huntsville looks for the second of two. And they count it. 9-point ball game.
Huntsville undefeated this season coming into this ball game.
Free throws are going to end up being a big part of this game. Obviously, like we said earlier, basketball is a game of runs, but it's those little plays, free throws, that they matter, and those points will add up. Maybe one or 2 points at a time, but they add up.
Well, it started off with a good defensive stop there, but a missed shot, and here come the Flames.
Jennings took the charge, but Tilke stopped short. Count the basket. 11-point ball game, 7:25 to go here in the third.
Still plenty of time.
Great pass to the corner. Great rebound by Jennings. He's been active all day. Draws the foul. He'll head to the line shooting two. He's definitely kept them in this one.
Jennings, a big presence down low. He's been there when they needed him. And there he does draw a foul to get to the free throw line. Stops the clock and a chance to put some points on the board.
Count it, 10-point game.
Will Causey making the observation to the youngster, having him tuck in his jersey.
We still have some time left here in the third quarter, but as we get close to the fourth, it's going to be imperative that if Huntsville is still down, to keep this thing to within 10. You really don't want to have to crawl back by more than that in the fourth quarter.
Well, most importantly, they get the job done at the free throw line. They nail those 2 free throws. Newton to Croker. Back over to Newton. Newton tries the 3.
Jennings with another block out. That's a play that won't get a stat on it, but that block out enabled the rebound for the team. Good move. Huntsville draws a foul.
Again.
Driving to the basket. It's another way. These free throws are going to keep a team in it as they'll head to the free throw line. Excuse me, not quite in the penalty yet, so they'll inbound it on the sideline.
Still another opportunity for them to set the offense.
Yep.
And doesn't help when you turn the ball right back over.
Nope. Chris Burge has entered the game for Huntsville Force. Quad City brings it up. Miller looking to throw it into the post.
Stephon Hargrove.
Muscles his way down but turns it over.
Nice heads-up play there by Tilke, but that ball goes out of bounds.
Quad City will retain possession.
Kwame Bates will be checking in. Taking a break will be Terry Croker. Behind the back pass over to Newton. Newton starts right, goes left, stops. Tilke behind the back pass again. Kwame Bates scoops it under. Tilke gets it, and that ball goes out of bounds. Quad City will remain with the basketball. The Force picking it up on defense. Miller tries a shot. That doesn't go.
Rebound off the air ball. Huntsville's going to bring it across half court, down 9 with 6 to go here in the third quarter. Jennings for 3 from the top of the key.
Short on that one, hits the front of the rim. That goes out of bounds. Kyle Thurston will come in. Jamal Miller will take a break. Timeout will be taken, and we'll take another break as well. And we welcome you back to the Made for More Fitness Center here at Port San Antonio, here on the south side of San Antonio.
Quad City's Newton's going to bring the ball up the court. Thurston entered the game right before the timeout.
Bates tries a three-pointer. That doesn't go. Here comes the Force. DeMarcus Wade is handling the basketball. Wade loses it. Wade pokes it away, but here come the Flames. Stephen Hargrove gets it knocked away by DeMarcus Wade.
Thurston entered the game. He's got 3 threes in the day, 11 points. Newton guarded by Chris Burge, giving pressure. Thurston looking for his 4th of the day. Won't hit it. Huntsville with the rebound. They're going to kick it up, fill in the lanes. Wade, he's going to attack the basket. Let's see what happens.
Good defense
Causey with a clean
by
block.
Willie Causey.
Burge for Huntsville is going to inbound the ball. And he reposts back up, calls for it. Guarded by Causey in the post. Burge with the floater, count it.
Nice shot, nice post move. Little hook shot there for Burge.
7-point ball game, 4:50 to go in the third. Causey looking for 3, not going to hit it. But Newton, the hustle play.
That's certainly a hustle play, but he stepped on the line as he was trying to save that basketball. So that ball will go now to the Huntsville Force, excuse me.
Burge looks for 3, not going to hit it, but his man is there. Put back misses. Thurston comes away with it.
Newton gets an easy 2 points underneath the basket.
9-point ball game, 4:20 to go here in the third. Shouldn't have picked it up. He finds Jennings, who's been a big impact player on this game for Huntsville. Finds Wade at the top.
Wade into the lane. Stephen Hargrove, the defender, he knocks it out of bounds. Checking back into the ball game, big Patrick Lewis.
Matheson, Jennings will both check out for Huntsville. Burge almost steps out, saves it. Wade's in the corner, guarded by Thurston. Huntsville with the pump fake and the 3, not quite. Active hands down there. Quad City comes up with it and the slam.
Nice little jam there by Kwame Bates as the Flames look to extend their lead to 11 here in the third quarter with 3:45 to go in this third quarter. Keep it right here. We'll be right back. Welcome you back to Made for More Fitness after that timeout. It is MLBA Championship weekend, and it's championship game with the Quad City Flames and the Huntsville Force. The Flames right now on top, 11 points, looking for that coveted championship title. Burge from the corner. Nice pump fake and good move there by Taylor Moore.
Huntsville is staying around. Down 9.
Will Causey scoops it in for 2. Ryan, you talked about these two teams, both of them looking for their first championship. Huntsville was here last year. Nice move by the big man. Cannot finish. Here comes Burge. Kicks it out. Oh.
Huntsville's going to turn this over, but they did a great job of filling the lanes. Burge had his options, and he looked for his man.
Miller did a great job of standing his ground and taking the charge.
It was a good attempt.
That's his second team foul.
Thurston with the Causey screen. Causey gets it. Nice little shot there.
Another basket for Mr. Causey.
I mean, a lot of times, Ryan, you have people that stay in the game for as long as they do, and maybe they're not so effective, but Causey's certainly still very effective at the age of 46 here for the Quad City Flames.
He is. He does a great job. Obviously, you saw there on the offensive end, he was able to still put it in the basket, but we saw a lot of his active hands in the first half, getting his hands on those offensive second options, or the second opportunities, I should say.
Big three-pointer there by Christopher Burge for the Force.
Force foul, 45. Marcus Wade, that's his third.
Thurston, top of the key. Nice pass underneath to the big man, Patrick Lewis, but Patrick Lewis had a little trouble.
They're going to call goaltending on that one. That's close.
That was close. Give the big man 2 points for that and 2 points for his effort. Marcus Wade guarded by Thurston. Ball goes on the ground. Here comes Thurston. It's one-on-one into the lane. Causey with the rebound, and the putback doesn't go. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Force.
12-point ball game here with 1:33 to go in the third.
Clock will start. 1:28. Nice little move. Pushes it out into the lane. Nice defense. Kwame Bates, he'll get called for the foul.
Quad City foul number 32. Kwame Bates, that's his third.
Both teams looking for that trophy right there. They are looking to get that. The Flames and the Force are battling out for the MLBA championship.
At the line shown for the Force, number 3, Taylor Moore.
Huntsville sticking around after that large deficit they found themselves in here in the first half. Down 11, 1:20 to go.
If anything, we've seen just in this ball game already the ability for the Force to make a big jump, a leap, and cut into the lead as Thurston makes it 2 points harder for another 2 points for the Flames.
A pick and pop. See if he hits this. Not quite. Loose ball, Quad City.
Dwayne Morris, had a good look at that shot, couldn't nail it. Quick little foul there by Will Causey.
Quad City foul. Number 5, William Causey. That's his second. 16th foul.
Headed to the free throw line for the Force is Chase Sturdivant. Free throw is good. Second free throw for Sturdivant is good. Now the lead. Just 11 points. Jamal Miller drives it in. Will Causey there to finish.
Willie Causey for Quad City.
Vincent's going to bring the ball up. Shoots a three. In and out. That would have been helpful. A near turnover. Quad City on their basket. They're up 15 now with 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Kwame Bates just flying around.
Huntsville's going to look for one shot on this possession. There's 10 seconds to go. Sturtevant wants his screen. It's a good look. It'll stay as time expires.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That's it. Time expires. End of the third quarter. 12 more minutes back onto the clock. In 12 minutes, we'll find out who the next MLBA champion is. Keep it right here. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to the Made for More Fitness Center here in Port SA as the coveted MLBA Championship Trophy awaits here for the winner of this ball game between the Huntsville Force and the Quad City Flames. Right now, the Force trying to force their way back into this ball game as they trail 89-74 in this championship game. Here comes Jamal Miller. Over to Thurston. Thurston takes a step, gets it underneath. Nope, turns the ball over. And some colliding over here on the other side between Thurston and I believe that is Terrence Ayers. But it was a breakaway over here by Sturtevant.
Huntsville, I think, is looking for a clear path foul.
Certainly a clear path was there.
Huntsville's making their case to the referees right now for a clear path foul. Nobody was ahead of the ball except for a Huntsville player. MLBA does use NBA rules, which would constitute Huntsville's argument.
An explanation by the official to the Force players. Sturtevant, guarded by Miller. Over to Ayers, drives in. Jennings tried to put it back. Will Causey, he's going to get called for a traveling violation.
Huntsville's going to need to capitalize on a play like this when they get the ball back, down 15. 11-12 to go here in the fourth quarter in the game. Barring any overtime, this would be the final quarter for the 2019 MLBA season.
Jennings loses a handle, turns the ball over. Causey, he'll try a jumper. That won't go.
Huntsville's going to have to get these rebounds to stop allowing.
Ouch.
Second opportunities like that as a three-point shot goes in, 92-74, 18-point lead with 10:46 to go.
Kwame Bates makes him pay for that one there. And a much-needed timeout is taken. We'll take another one here as the Flames increase their lead 92-74. No timeout is taken? Well, we'll just keep it right here. Ryan, at what point, if you're the Quad City Flames, do you start maybe playing for, do you keep your foot on the gas pedal?
I think you have to. Because you can see that Huntsville is able to come back from a lead similar to this in the first half. They came back rather quickly. Everything's on the line today, so you have to go full throttle.
No lead has been safe
Nope.
this evening. 20 points at one point. The Force was down. Down by 18 now. Long pass completed into the end zone. Will Causey will get that one.
Quad City with their largest lead of the game at 20 points, 94-74.
Nice deep pass underneath for Dwayne Morris, and he'll get fouled underneath the basket and get an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
Quad City foul number 5, Willie Cossey. That's his third.
But I'm sure, Ryan, this does not surprise you to see the way the Quad City Flames have come out. You guys have taken them basically to the limit yesterday, and here you see that they're taking at the moment the force with a 20-point lead.
They definitely bring full energy from start to stop. So you've got to be able to match that. A team like that, you can't let up if you're the opponent. Huntsville, I think they have another run in them. As they're down 19, they're going to have to get some stops on defense. They can't allow a play like that to happen. You got to get back on defense. Quad City now with a 21-point lead, their largest of the day.
Sturdivant.
Probably got fouled on that, but they retain the ball. Ayers with another shot in the post. Huntsville wants a foul on that call.
Traveling violation is called.
Huntsville foul.
Huntsville's going to give it right back.
Turnovers, you certainly, if you're going to be making a way for a comeback, the Force cannot afford any more turnovers with 9.5 minutes remaining.
Newton and Thurston both playing in the backcourt for Quad City have had the hot hand today and this weekend, as Newton does miss that. Quad City with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Second chance points there for the Flames, and that's one of the reasons why this lead is so great for the Flames is they've just been playing nonstop all around. DeMarcus Wade nails a three. Let's see if the Force can use that. Miller.
Huntsville tried to trap Newton there, but he was able to get it away in time. Thurston finds the ball, and a three-point attempt misses it. He was hot in the first half, hitting three. Let's see if Huntsville can finish here. They do miss. Quad City. Thurston's going to bring it up. Another three-point attempt for Quad City. In and out. Newton, active hands. He'll go to the line. 8:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 20-point ball game. Quad City from Spanaway, Washington is up over Huntsville.
Huntsville foul number 2. Dallas Jones.
Newton will get up to the free throw line, and you look at Desjuan Newton's performance yesterday and his performance today. Big factor here for the Flames as far as the reason why they won yesterday and have the lead that they do today is he does command the team very well.
He does. Every team needs there's different types of leadership. Every team needs an emotional leader, an on-court leader. He is that for Quad City.
Free throw is good. Biggest lead of the evening for the Flames. Hargrove tips it over to Newton. Newton long pass to Miller. Miller over to Hargrove. Hargrove's trying to get it over to Thurston. Sturdivant. Oh, and a nice block there by the Flames defender number 21. Tilke. Pinned that up against the backboard.
Quad City foul number 21.
DeMarcus Wade will get back to the free throw line.
That's his second. 14 foul.
I think if Huntsville can get this thing down to 15 with about 6 minutes to go, they're going to have a real shot at this. Down 21 now.
Second free throw is no good. Hargrove with the rebound. Thurston.
Got to
Thurston
capitalize.
tried to get his close. He got his rebound, but just could not finish on that shot there. And then there's going to be a foul call. Is that a technical foul?
Looks
Yep.
like
So Thurston will be called for the technical foul. I think he wanted a foul call underneath, did not get it.
Huntsville makes the most of it. They'll get a possession out of this and a technical free throw, so they're down 20 with the ball.
Well, if any time is the time for the Force to get things going, it is now.
Wade with the ball up top, guarded by Thurston. He's looking for a pick from Jennings. Doesn't quite use it. Comes back to it. Looks for the Euro step, gets the foul.
I can see the Force now calming their offense down a little bit, moving things around, trying to get better shots instead of forcing them as they were doing earlier.
Large leads like this, it's important to chip away at it. It can feel daunting at first when you look at the scoreboard and see you're down by 20, but you start driving to the basket, getting yourself to the free throw line, you can chip away at a large lead like this. 7:44, down 20, it's still possible. Got to make those free throws. Missed the first. Doc Stantel's going to call a timeout for Quad City.
All right, they'll take a timeout. It's a 20-point lead here in this MLBA championship. We'll be back in just a few moments. Welcome back to the Made for More Fitness Center here in this fourth quarter. It is a 20-point lead by the Quad City Flames with 7:44 to go left. 100 to 81 now is the score. And we want to thank you for joining us and watching this game on this championship day. Shoot us out a little comment on the YouTube site there where you're listening or watching from. Give you a little shout out. Thanks for watching. Carl Schoening monitoring that for us as well.
Jennings with the rebound. Teammate wasn't quite ready for it. Sturdivant's going to grab it and bring it up. They're down 19 with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
DeMarcus Wade kicks it out, but turnovers have been a pretty big issue right now for the Force as they've tried to climb back into this ball game. They'll get a couple points on the board in the right direction, and then a couple of turnovers will set them back.
Thurston's going to bring it up here.
Thurston kicks it back out. Hargrove with the screen. Miller will try for a shot, and he was trying to draw the foul, but nothing there. 19-point lead here for the Flames.
The key for Huntsville is to get down by 15 with about 5 to go. I think at that point anything is possible. As they fill it up, down 17.
Nice power move down low by Dallas Jones.
Tilke's going to bring the ball up.
So is this the point here, Ryan, if you're the Flames, that you kind of want to slow it down on the offensive side, maybe move it around, not give any opportunities?
Absolutely. You want to spread the offense, spread the floor, pass it around, and take as much time as you can out of each possession. As they shoot the three here, let's see if it goes down. They're going to miss it. Huntsville can't give up these second opportunities, though, and they don't. Jennings is going to take it, see what he does. He'll draw the foul.
Tilke went hard for it and got a lot of ball and a little bit of body, but he'll get called for that foul.
This is an opportunity for Huntsville to go down by 15 with 6:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jennings has been a major factor for them, definitely in their first run when they came back in the first half. See what he does here at the free throw line. Misses the first.
Force need to get those free throws to chip away on that lead. Croker coming back into the ball game. He's going to give Hargrove a quick break. 1 of 2 for Jennings. Thurston, let's see what the Flames do here with the 16-point lead. With just about 6 minutes to go, they go straight in, dish it out, back to the top. Tilke will try a shot from about 15. He'll nail that one. Jones goes straight in, has to kick it out. Sturdivant.
He's going to draw the end one.
Oh,
he's got it.
Count it. That's what the Force has been looking for. That's what the Force has been needing.
Down 16, another opportunity here on the and one free throw to bring it to 15.
Just want to take a moment to point out Chase Sturdivant's shoes. I don't know if you can get a good shot of that, but some nice shoes there. 15-point
lead. 5:43 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Want to say hello to Reginald Ross, Reggie, a.k.a. MSL, Malachi, and Lanakilla. Thanks for watching. And also Tiffany Roselle. Long shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. 87-104, timeout is taken. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the Made for More Fitness Center here in Port San Antonio. Want to thank Ryan Johnson, who joined us for a majority of the game, providing some analysis, also for talking about the MLBA League, giving us some insight as an owner of the Alamo City Aztecs and as a player. Kwame Bates at the top. Kwame Bates creates a little bit of room into the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound is Croker. Croker with the extra effort, second attempt, will get the points. 106-87 as time is running out for the Force. Into the lane, aggressive, a little too much. Here comes Miller. Kicks it out to Bates, over to Newton. And now, here comes Newton. Right side, Tilke. Tilke takes a shot, misses. Newton's there for the rebound. Newton wisely takes it back out. And now Jamal Miller being pursued aggressively by Christopher Burge. And Burge will get a foul call.
Forced foul, number 23.
Kendall Jennings coming in, checking in for Boris Vinson.
Second team foul.
Checking out also is Deion Mathis. And back into the game is DeMarcus Wade. Kwame Bates. Jamal Miller. Guarded by Wade. Miller dribbles, and he goes out of bounds. But time is of the essence here for the Huntsville Force. As the Force trailing 106-87. Call is going to go against Terry Croker.
Quad City foul, number 9. Terry Croker, that's his third.
Angela Smith, we want to say hello to you, listening and watching from Birmingham, Alabama. Appreciate you tuning in. At the free throw line, Sturdivant. Second free throw is good. Here comes Newton, kicks it out. Tilkey at the top. Bates drives it in. Hook shot, no good. Newton for the rebound. Looking to kick it back out to reset it. Everyone touching the basketball. Here, underneath, Croker, he gets it knocked away. Burge.
Quad City foul, number 32. Kwame Bates, that's his fourth.
Back at the free throw line are the Force. Christopher Burge shooting 2. First free throw for Burge is short. Hits the front of the rim. Now some substitutions. Will Johnson III checking into the ball game. Second free throw, no good. Patrick Lewis with the rebound. About 3.5 minutes away. Patrick Lewis gets fouled on his way up. Ryan Johnson just a moment ago in the game talked about the big presence of number 15, Patrick Lewis. And just did a fantastic job yesterday and this afternoon. Three minutes and 20 seconds away for the Quad City Flames' first championship. Last year they made an attempt at it. They were very close. Brianna Williamson from Tacoma, Washington, watching on the SHN Sports Network. We appreciate that. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll be glad to give you a shout out. Make sure and like the SHN Sports and follow for all of your sporting needs. Patrick Lewis at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Lane violation. So the Force will try to cut back into this lead. Let's see how the Flames will defend. Offensive foul as Dallas Jones looking to clear out.
Huntsville foul number 2. Dallas Jones, that's his 4th. 4-2 foul.
Bates, Patrick Lewis, Kwame Bates. Lewis drives it in, looks to kick it out into a cutting Newton. Sturdivant gets rid of it. Jennings, nice little lay-in. Technical foul will be called as tensions start to rise here.
Huntsville technical foul says to
Jamal Miller.
Huntsville technical foul says to number 35, Kevin James.
Two minutes, 41 seconds remain. A 27-point lead for the Flames. Newton gets it over to Tilkey. Tilkey down low to Patrick Lewis. Lewis will try for that shot, and it'll go.
Patrick Lewis for Quad City.
Dallas Jones, couple moves against Tilkey. Trying to shake him. Drops it over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant's 3 rattles out. Here comes Newton. Off the glass. Looking for Newton off the glass. A little too rough. 3-point, rattles out. Tilkey will go as Dallas Jones knocks it out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to go. Lewis will try a 3. Here comes the Force. Jones to Sturdivant. Sturdivant kicks it back out to Dallas Jones. Jones tries a 3. That one is short. Goes out of bounds. And the Flames will have a minute and a half or so before they are crowned champions. $109-90. Newton at the free throw line. Technical foul is called on number 45, DeMarcus Wade. So Desjuan Newton will try that technical foul. So that one is good.
Technical foul says to number 45, Marcus Wade.
Just a minute 24 seconds remaining in this ball game. Again, the Quad City Flames coming out of the Washington State area, Seattle area. And the Huntsville Force out of Huntsville, Alabama, making their way to San Antonio, Texas for the MLBA championship. And as the looks of it now, of course, with the lead at 112-90, looks like the Quad City Flames will be bringing home the trophy. That's a good-looking three-pointer there by Christopher Burge of the Force. Wade trying to poke that ball away. A steal. Here comes Wade. Wade with the layup. Tilkey. Tilkey tries another turnover here. Jennings goes straight up to the lane. And let's see what the call is. Offensive foul. And Jennings might I don't know if they called anything for that, but with just under a minute to go, so Jennings is going to be ejected from this ball game. Not happy with the call. So Jamal Miller will head over for the Flames to take that shot, the free throw. Tension's running high here for the Huntsville Force. Jamal Miller is taking one more shot. Second shot is good. Just a minute or so, 50 seconds remaining in this game. Kwame Bates instructed to hang on to the basketball by Newton. And they're going to hopefully finish this thing out for the 2019 MLBA season. And that's going to do it. 114-95. The Quad City Flames beat the Alamo City Aztecs yesterday. Advance to the championship game today. Take care of business and bring down the Huntsville Force, who had not lost the game all year long. And congratulations to the Quad City Flames as they are the 2019 MLBA champions. And if you have to pick a player of the game, I think our player of the game is going to be Kyle Thurston, the point guard out of Vancouver, Washington. He started out for the Flames on fire, if you will. But we want to thank all of you for joining and watching on the SHN Sports Network. I'm Bobby Mendez. I want to thank Ryan Johnson, the owner of the Alamo City Aztecs. Also want to thank Brandon Collins, the commissioner and owner of the MLBA basketball franchise organization. And that's going to do it. Stay tuned. Follow SHN Sports for more information about MLBA. Thank you and very much. Thank you and have a great day. And also big thank you to you, Carl, for everything. And that's going to do it. Congratulations to the 2019 MLBA champions, the Quad City Flames.
I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the MLBA to 2019 MLBA Championship Series MVP from the Quad City Flames, number 8, Deswan Newton. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone with the MLBA, the Alamo City Aztecs, and special thanks to the great folks at Made for More Fitness for hosting this championship series. We thank you for participating. We wish you safe travels heading back home, and we'll